My first tip is that you can wear whatever you want to the interview, whatever makes you feel comfortable. You do not have to dress smartly. The interviewers are not going to judge you for things like what you wear or how you express yourself or things like your accent and mannerisms. They only really care about how you think and the answers that you give. My next tip and trick is to not try and evaluate how your interview is going whilst you're doing the interview. It's only going to throw you off. Just focus on the questions that are being asked to you. For example, an interviewer might change the subject quite rapidly, so they might be asking you a line of questions on one thing and then change the subject to ask you something else. You might not know whether it's because you're doing well or not, so don't try and evaluate it whilst you're going because you can't really tell if it's going well or not. Just try and answer the questions that are put to you as best as you can and just be in the moment. Finally, I just want to tell you a little bit about the tech checks that we'll be doing before your interview. So when you're invited to interview, you'll be sent your links to the actual interviews itself, but also a Zoom link to your tech checks. This is if you're doing an online interview. Now, in these tech checks, you'll be greeted by your student ambassadors who are there to reassure you and just try and calm any nerves about your interview and be a friendly face. During this tech check as well, they'll see that things like your microphone and your camera works, and if you have to write on a whiteboard during your interview, so this is relevant for things like engineering and natural sciences, they'll check that your whiteboard is working as well. So please make sure you attend your tech check and just make sure everything is working perfectly before you start your actual interview. So good luck to everybody who's sitting an interview. We can't wait to welcome you here at Morden, and we wish you all the best for your interview.